Well, what are we looking at, guys? Well, on the table there is the knife that Zach from Zach Stuff bought me during the live feed where we bought a bunch of Cutlery Corner Network knives. This is the Woo of the Week, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm really surprised by it. So let's take a look at it from above. Okay, so you guys saw the intro. Let me start this video by saying I do not at all recommend this knife, but I do have to say I'm incredibly surprised by this knife. So this is chip away cutlery. This was something that we ordered when we did that live feed where we ordered the knives and I had to carry them for a certain period of time. It was just something we did as a joke. This was ordered by Zach over at Zach's Stuff. He paid for this. He said, you're getting the Woo of the Week. So we ordered this off Cutlery Corner Network, and I have to say, I am incredibly surprised by the results of my long-term testing of what I just wrote off as a complete and utter garbage knife. I do not recommend. I don't know how I got the one unicorn that came out of their warehouse, but this thing is not horrible. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a quick look at it. All right, so first things first, we're going to talk about some of the good things about this knife. And the things that really surprised me were this thing is really well ground and it has held its edge surprisingly well after I sharpen it. We did the video like how well, can you sharpen a garbage $10 knife? And I have found that yes, you can. And it has held its edge really well. I have no idea what the steel is on this. It just says China, Chip Away Cutlery. Now, Chip Away Cutlery is a company that you might recognize from magazines. If you have any of those subscriptions to a magazine like NRA magazine or hunting, any of the hunting magazines that come monthly from them, or the VFW, you're going to see Chip Away knives get offered on their Patriot Salute knives. But they're just crappy little knives. The handles on it, I gotta say, really, really comfortable. This knife surprised me so much. Grind on it, really nice and consistent, and it comes down really thin. Like I said, unknown steel, but I have cut a lot of cardboard down with this, and it has held up exceptionally well. It has not been on a strop, it has not been on a hone, it hasn't been on a stone, it has only been stropped a little bit, and I don't feel any chips like I would expect from a garbage knife. So it does have a lot of things going for it. It is, like I said, in hand, it's super comfortable. It does cut really well because, first of all, relatively thin blade stock that's ground down to a hollow that comes down relatively thin behind the edge. The handles are nicely contoured and shaped. They're comfortable in hand. They are a little bit garish and cartoonish looking, but that's what we were doing when we were shopping with PDM that night. So, but as far as the marriage up, it's all nice and smooth. The finish on it is consistent. There are no hot spots or sharp spots, and it's nice and contoured from side to side. So the frostwood that's on this, it gets a pass. Like, is it attractive? No. Like PDM, like, oh, that's tricolor rich light. Actually, it's four or five color frostwood, but comfortable. I haven't had any issues where it feels like the handles were coming loose or anything like that. It's just a decent knife for what we paid for it, which was, I want to say, not even $10. But it does have, the other thing, my buddy Tino, he's like, look, the sheath, the snap works, you have retention, that's more, he was like, that's more than I've ever gotten in any of those buy it on TV knife shows that you ever see. Like he said, he used to buy stuff from like Cutlery Corner Network, and he's like, this is the best I've seen. You got actual retention, there's plastic inside the sheath, it's not rubbing on the buttons. I'm so surprised by all of that. So let's go ahead and talk about the bad stuff. So the bad stuff is, this is an unknown steel. This is absolutely unknown steel. I have no idea what it is. It does not have a sharpening choil on it. I don't have a lot of confidence that this blade, even though it holds its edge well, it may have only been hardened, but not heat treated properly, not tempered. So I would have expected to see some chipping, but it seems to be holding up okay. The handles are not impregnated at all. This is just kind of raw. This is basically plywood that they've dyed the layers and then made plywood out of it. It's not at all like resin impregnated or anything like that. It's just colored and then on there. They may have put a little bit of varnish on it. So I don't have a lot of faith that these handles would hold up well. And then the big deal is this sheath. Even though, like I said, it's plastic lined, you have decent retention. This is a garbage sheath. It's horrible, and it's not something that I would recommend. Like, I imagine that for every good one of these, I mean, you can still see there's little hiccups in the grind. It wasn't ground real well from side to side. It is consistent and even. Sorry about that. The wife walked in. What I was saying is, yeah, there's inconsistencies on it. The unknown factor on the steel. I mean, for a long time, I would imagine it's 440 of some sort. But it has held up really well. I'm not going to complain about that. But just the whole overall thing. I don't recommend any of this. For every good one of these that comes out, there's probably 30 bad ones. I just, luck of the draw, got the unicorn. So, not going to recommend it. I just thought we would look back on it and see how it held up. And I have to say, as I said in the beginning of the video, incredibly surprised by this. But I mean, like I said, you can see that. Look, that's not even in there consistent and even. The pins aren't consistent, aren't fully circular. And like I said, it's not a great knife. It's not a great knife, but it is way better than I expected it to be for what it is, for the price that was paid. So, all right, guys, let's turn this around. Send you out about today for some final thoughts.
Guys, in all honesty, I'm very, very surprised by this. I did not ever think that this would hold up to any riggers, let alone the riggers that I put a knife through. It's done a really good job. I'm not going to say it's a good knife. I'm not going to say you should buy one, but I'm amazed by it. But what I'm really happy about is that I get to toss that over there and never look at it again, never film it again. So guys, if you like the content, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, but tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications set to all, and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device. The likes are the best thing you can do to support any channel. It pushes the channel up the algorithm. Just viewing a video is okay, but likes are the most important thing because it shows YouTube that you find value in the content, and then they recommend that content to others in the same space. So there you go. If you want to support the channel financially, ton of affiliate links down below right now. I am going to work with Jared over at Neves Knives. We're going to build a CrazySharp store where you can basically click on it, it takes you to Amazon, and it shows a bunch of different recommended things from me. So that's something I'm working on in the future that will help. Coffee Brand Coffee that we drink here at the house. We all love it. 5% off if you use my affiliate link, and it helps support Jeremy over Decordering with all the stuff he's doing and build that company up better. It is some of the best coffee I've had in a very long time. Other way you can do it, I have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server. Premium tier members have access to a sharpening tutorial series, and everyone has access to my Gilded server, which is just like Discord, but it doesn't have the same political issues that I find with Discord. So, guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. Not only does it make it easier for me to moderate the channel, it makes sure that your comments get seen by everyone. If they're a little bit spicy, they're probably not going to make it up. Guys, I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comments section. Like I said, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.